All right, I just got home. So we are taking this from the top. First trailer we're gonna watch, Secret Invasion, and we're just gonna work our way down through like all the news that essentially came out at D23 today. The background's not gonna change for a while, by the way.
For years, you've been avoiding Earth. I have called for your help plenty of other times, and you've been pretty content to let those calls go straight to voicemail.
Yeah, well, this is different. How much do you know about your security detail?
What do you mean, how much do I know about him?
Fury? We gotta be very careful now.
You're in no shape for this fight that lies before us.
This is just the beginning.
This is my war alone. And I'm the last person standing between them and what they really want. And what is that?
Well, okay. Mental wise, well, okay, comic wise, right? Secret Invasion was like this long event that basically had the superhero community come to the realization that basically they had been invaded for like the last few years. I think the first person to die that made the superhero community realize exactly what was going on was Elektra, where Elektra died. They had her body in the morgue, and when they went to check on the body, it had reverted back into a scroll, which basically put the superhero community on notice and kicked off the entirety of the Secret Invasion event, right? Marvel doesn't seem to be going that route. I don't see, like, of course we had the introduction essentially of Talos and his wife in Spider-Man Far From Home, where in Spider-Man Far From Home we saw that they were essentially operating as Nick Fury, and that Nick Fury hadn't been on Earth in quite some time, which the idea being that Nick Fury hasn't been on Earth since Captain America the Winter Soldier. Like the last time we encountered Nick Fury was in Captain America the Winter Soldier. Every other time he's ever shown up is Talos. That seems to be confirmed kind of sorta in this due to the fact that Colby Smolder's character, Maria Hill, she says that you haven't answered my calls in years. Years, plural with an S, which means he's been gone for quite some time. So that lends credence to the theory that a lot of fans essentially had for like a really long time, which is that Nick Fury, after he got shot, was replaced by Talos. And the person we've seen since then is Talos. Because essentially when Nick Fury comes back, he looks exactly the way, in my opinion, he did when he left at the end of Captain America the Winter Soldier. Now he's back. He's no longer on the space station. He's back. He's working with. It seems as though he's working with Ben Mendelsohn's Talos in order to eliminate a rogue element of Skrulls. Now the question is this rogue element of where did this rogue element of Skrulls essentially come from? Did they basically decide this invasion during the blip when people like Nick Fury and Talos were essentially erased from the timeline? Is that when they decided to basically invade because now is the perfect time to take over like the planet? Or did something else push them basically down this route to decide that this was the best course of action for their people? Now, it says that I'm the last person standing between them and what they really want. What is it that they really want? That's really going to be the core of this show. And it's really going to be interesting if it is something really, really good. I don't know if we're going to get Super Scrolls. At least I don't think we're going to get Super Scrolls. There's a chance that we may get Super Scrolls because we definitely see Rhodey as War Machine. It looks as though Rhodey has transitioned from, or he's basically done like the military transition of he's put so many years into the United States military that he's transitioned over to government official. Looks like he might be a senator or something along those lines due to the fact that they talk about his police detail. And there's also the fact that Rhodey is going to be in Armor Wars, which is another series coming it's going to basically deal with the fallout of the world getting their hands on Tony Stark's old Iron Man armors, and he has to go out and basically deal with them and shut them down so that they don't spark like World War III. I think the best thing to do for Secret Invasion is to play it close to the chest. It drops next year in 2023. I honestly feel as though the best thing to do is to play it super aloof, where you really don't know what direction the show is going to go in, and not to drop as many spoilers in any way, shape, or form for the series, where basically this show is going to be like an action sci-fi mystery, where you really never know who's on your side and who the enemy is, and you're basically getting surprised every single episode. I like this trailer. It didn't give me too much. It made me super intrigued to see what direction they were going to take Secret Invasion in. So yeah, like there really isn't a lot to talk about in regards to Secret Invasion without, I feel as though, walking into spoiler territory or ending up on like a 20-minute theory crafting rant about who's who inside of like the MCU, who may be a Skrull, who may not be a Skrull. It's best just to kick back, wait for it to come out. It looks dope. Disney 23 looks dope shit. We're gonna move on to like the other trailers in a second, or also the other news in a second. All right, peace.